Gospel and Soul. Weekday evenings at 6 p.m. on Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music.
At A Gentle Touch of Care Home Health Services, Duncan Strulani, we believe in person-centered care. We take pride in improving the health and quality of life of all our residents. Join me, Jody Marie Bihari, Monday mornings at 8 a.m. right here on Fit FM for A Gentle Approach to a Healthier You. That's 8 a.m. Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music.
This is Fit FM 96.7, your life, your music. It is now 10 minutes past 8 o'clock. And of course, I'm so happy to see this beautiful young lady right in the front of me. Good morning, Miss Jody Marie Bihari of A Gentle Touch of Care Home Health Care Services. I got it. Quite a mouthful, but I got it. Good morning.
Julia, thanks for having me again. Another bright Monday morning.
Yes, it certainly is.
Sun's shining and we're alive. We lost a couple people on the weekend, but we're alive.
We lost a couple people on the weekend. COVID-19.
Yeah, and then everything else that was happening before COVID-19. So, we have to give God thanks for life.
Yes.
Yeah, you got the name right. I mean, we're working on shortening it, so it's not such a mouthful.
Okay.
But we're going to get it right.
I think we need to put you closer to the
microphone.
Yes, because I think your tablet.
All right. Is that better?
I'm not seeing you now on camera. Okay. All right. You want to put the tablet on right? Yeah. This right, and then you can put the microphone.
This comes over.
Come to you.
Better.
More to you. Bring it to you.
Now
you know it.
Now we got it. Man.
Yes. So how are you? Apart from the fact that yes, with the deaths on the weekend, our neighbors, Haiti, over 1,200 persons.
Yeah, the death toll is rising in Haiti.
Yes.
We're lucky people because I had a discussion with some people on the weekend. Haiti is kind of in the belt where there are usually earthquakes. And so no matter what happens, they're always going to get an earthquake.
Right.
I think though what their government needs to do is put better policies in place or laws in place for better infrastructure, because everything that happens to Haiti is a disaster because they don't have good building codes like we do in Jamaica. We felt the same earthquake.
Right.
I mean, to a lesser extent.
I guess by the time it rippled across the sea or so.
But it was still a 7.2. Yeah, 7.2.
Yes.
Earthquake, but at the same time, we have very good buildings in Jamaica.
Yes.
As much as we like to get against the codes and stuff and do our own thing, we have way better building structures here, and so the disaster is not as bad. So we're lucky.
Yeah. So when we see these numbers, these 5 point this and 6 point that in different countries, they're flattened. Flattened. And then we felt it here, and we haven't heard of any structural damage or anything in here on the island. We have a minor, maybe some cracks or there, but
and we haven't lost any lives due to it that we know of.
Right.
So we're lucky people. We just have to keep praying for Haiti. People have different theories about why Haiti always gets disasters, but nevertheless, they're humans.
Yes.
We have to keep praying for them, and they keep getting disasters after disasters.
And then there's a tropical storm Grace.
Yes.
Grace is just right there coming up. So I know that we're to expect some showers too.
And then we are in that era where hurricanes affect us. So we have to know what we're doing, and we can't take too many disasters after disasters.
We can't take it at all.
It's hard to jump back from that, and we're dealing with COVID madness as well. So we have to be careful.
Okay. COVID-19 and your home services. How you maneuvering? How you coping? How you dealing with your residents?
From last year, we had put policies in place. We had
Yes.
put things in place to make sure that our staff stays safe,
Yes.
or residents stay safe. Persons were open to taking the vaccines, those who wanted to took it, and so on. So we try to make sure that we give everybody all the options.
Okay.
For home health care services, that we had to attack because not all our nurses have their own drives and so on. So
Right,
we have
right.
strict policies as to how they dress and undress when they get to the patients, their locations,
Location, right.
right? And so they never wear what they have worn on the road, taking care of the patients. We are very sure. Last year we made sure we got everybody COVID packs. Some, some were replenished. Those areas where we have new clients, we make sure that the clients are vetted, or nurses are safe before they go in. And once they go in, we try not to make too many persons be in interaction with them.
Right. So if I have a family member or a friend at one of your homes and I want to visit.
Well, for the assisted living facility, we usually do the same things. We sanitize. You have to wear your mask. If you're going inside, you have to gown up.
Okay.
And so on. And it's just a requirement. Most of the times we don't allow persons in. It's rare occasions that we allow persons in. We have a nice veranda with furnitures. Residents can come out. They're required to sanitize and change once they go back inside.
Wow. So a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's just taking the proper precautions to make sure that everybody's safe.
Yes. Because we've heard of other establishments with the elderly, the entire complex coming down with the with the virus.
We have to be careful because even with our staff, we try and encourage them, to do other things as well to keep themselves safe. When they go home, what they do to take care of their family, to make sure they don't take anything from off the road and take to their families. We encourage them to do the steaming with the eucalyptus or the peppermint just to clear the airway. Because sometimes, just sanitizing the hands or washing the face doesn't work. The warm air, well, this is proven by the Chinese to work, and we have not seen their devastation get out of hand. That you inhale steam with either some sorts of teas or herbs that helps to kill the bacteria that's in your airway and in your lungs. And we've been practicing that even with my family. We've been doing it. So that helps.
There are certain plants, I really don't know the names of certain plants, or persons that say, oh man, that will purify the air. So no, my house have about three I have
the
them
snake
here.
plants.
Yes, I have them here in the studio.
We have them at our office and in the assisted living home.
Right, okay, good.
No, we had them from before COVID because we were aware of
because persons did this on the roads, and I'm saying persons should have these in their homes,
so they just need to understand. You see, the thing is, if you're not educated, you don't know how to implement certain things. So the more we learn, we can teach.
That's right. So what are you going to tell us this morning, my Jody Marie Bihari? I just love your name, Jody Marie. Jody Marie is coming from an era where the Jody was the name. If you weren't a Jody, because there's so many Jodys I know in your age group.
Yeah, it was a popular name in that time frame. And our parents just loved the name.
Yes.
My mom just, loved Jody Marie because she was Anne Marie.
Okay, all right. Okay,
thanks,
good morning, Miss Anne Marie.
For us, we want everyone to know we're winding down on registration for September.
Yes, tell us more about that.
The slots are quickly filling up.
Wonderful.
Before I forget, we have another CPR training coming up. August 25th, we finalized that just on the weekend. This time we're hoping to do it in a bigger space because, things have changed with COVID, but we have to get our nurses.
August 25?
25, right. Okay. We have to get our nurses CPR trained to make sure that in case of any emergencies, that our staff is equipped, and not just our staff, anyone else from any organization that would like to get CPR training done, whether you're certified, your certification is up, it needs renewal, call us at 876-409-8543 or WhatsApp us. Our other number is
8543.
right.
Okay.
And our other number is 789-5558. And you can register with us. You can send us a WhatsApp on 409-8543, or you can call us on 789-5558. Once the
CPR.
slots fill up for the 25th, then you'll move to the next date.
Okay.
We're not sure of the next dates yet, because we're waiting for the trainers, because
Right.
with the back to school thing, a lot of the organizations are getting their training done. So we have to make sure that we get everybody in on time.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
so that's for CPR training. Now we're talking about the level 2 heart and CT vet program. That we are doing one more week of registration for that.
Okay.
After the 24th, I think we're not taking any more registrations. As I said, the slots are almost full.
Good.
So we're saying, maybe some persons will stay, some people will go, and then
Right.
we'll have extra spaces. Our next course will not be until May again. So if you miss September, you won't be included until May
it's another
again.
new cohort. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay.
we want everybody to get in on that. And the requirements are very basic. You're expected to take in, our registration fee. Well, we did not have our back to school bash.
Jody,
So-
I'm going to be Jody. Every time I think about it, I don't even want to talk about it, Jody.
Can we do something though that is on a lesser scale? I don't know. We can say probably take them 10 by 10. We set up right at the front of the studio here.
Well, that's
I
what
don't know.
I
It's
was.
just-
We've been brainstorming, and I was saying to JB, January we have to do some, because persons are calling,
Yeah,
and
they
then
were looking forward to
it. And
I
then-
got texts. How do we find out about what's happening at the back to school bash? And I'm like, I think it was put off. Let me
yes,
just
we
confirm.
have to.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's deemed as a public gathering, and based on the response that I know that we would have had quite a few kids there, children. I hate to use the word kids. Few children and their parents there. But we have to do something. Let's wait until we're waiting to hear the new pronouncement. But after the 31st, we'll see. But then, Jody, with these numbers going up.
I can almost predict that by the 31st, we're going to get an almost lockdown kind of thing, and there won't be schools, because if the numbers are rising, and because I saw where they were lobbying for kids 12 and over to get vaccinated,
Right.
so that the school system could go on. But if you have parents resistant to taking the vaccine, they're not going to allow their children.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
I think we need to be realistic in this, and we need to learn to just pivot in the time that exists, and
that's
learn
right.
how to deal with it as best as possible.
It's not going away. It's not going away anytime
Yeah.
soon, and life goes on.
Let's do
We
a
have to
virtual bash. Let's have Best Apps decided what they're going to give us, the bookstores.
That's
and so
where
on.
we're working on that. We're
And then we
working on
just do
that
it virtual.
virtually. That's it.
And then have people come pick up them stuff by the radio station or something. Let's
Yes,
just, yeah.
yes. I know. We need to do. I know, Jody. I know. I was hit when the Prime Minister made the announcement. I was like I was having an out of body experience for 2 days. For 2 days, Jody, I was like, okay, should I call Dr. Donaldson to tell him that my blood sugar, blood pressure, everything is just out of whack right now? Everything is just gone. Everything is just
I know
out there.
it's disappointing, but they always say the good have to suffer
So
for
for
the
the
bad.
bad.
But in Jamaica, we have to be a little bit more careful with how we do what we do. We have to be careful with our actions. I've seen
We're
where
watching. We're watching. The little
Yeah.
people, we're watching.
yeah, we have to be careful with our actions, because it's really detrimental to all of us.
That's right. My
because-
husband always remind me, Jules, no fairness in this world.
Yeah.
So stop worry. No fairness in this world. You worry too much. I even hear him, whispering from the beyond. But this is something that this is something that we are definitely working on some virtually. So our listeners will hear more about it.
Yeah.
Because I was even thanking the sponsors. Because I mean, in one day, Jody, everyone came on board. It took me one day.
Yeah.
And I said, God, how you good to us, so. And we were just moving full speed ahead, full speed ahead. And then braps, but it not just braps up.
No,
you
man,
know,
we're
you know,
gonna do
we're
it
we're
live.
God believing people,
Yeah.
and we know that He always have some way. He always find a way. So after my 2 days of out of body experience, he just said, Julia, how can you say you are a believer? And then you're worrying. And then I hear my husband and I hear Reverend Baron Chambers, both in the beyond, saying that we worry too much.
Yeah.
Things will work out.
Things will work out.
Yes.
I tell you, and it's one of the things that I live by too. And even how I run my organization,
Yes.
it's just about the same.
Yes.
There are days when I get up, like today. Like I get up and go because I keep pushing myself to say, there's somebody out there who needs to hear, who needs to know.
Yes.
And so you have to keep pushing yourself.
That's
Don't get bruised by some of the obstacles that come. Because this
They
weekend
will come. They will come.
it will come. Like this
Absolutely.
weekend was rough for me. I think I've mentioned with Clover already. I have complex partial seizures, and one of the things that makes it worse is that whenever it's that time of the month and my hormones change,
Yes.
it affects my brain. And a lot of people don't know that about seizures, about epilepsy, that persons don't necessarily have to convulse, lie on the ground, roll around. You can just have moments where you block out, which is kind of what I experience most of the times.
Wow.
And if you're tired, if you're
Yes,
stressed, these are some of the things that affect you. And it was a little bit overwhelming for me because business still went on.
Yes.
And I still needed to do stuff. And just like I tell you, when I commit to something, like you said, I didn't have to come in this morning. I said, I like when I commit to stuff, I stay with it.
Yes.
And no matter what happens, I will try and push as long as I can because somebody wants to hear.
Yes.
So I'm saying to you, just keep pushing, Julia. You're doing an awesome job with
Thank
Fit.
you. Thank you.
You're touching a lot of lives. You're changing a lot of businesses. And so just keep strong. I mean, the obstacles might come. And I always say when the obstacles come, it's always for something greater. It's always for something greater because when there is a stumbling block, it can use, I said to one of my friends on Friday that we always sing the song in church, the hotter the battle, the sweeter the victory. But we're never willing to accept the battle, but we want the victory. But the victory can't come without the battle. And I'm like, you know what?
Yes.
It's just my song to sing all the time.
Yes.
Because every time I realize the battles get hotter, I can expect victory coming soon.
Yes.
So that's how I live it. I mean,
right.
not everybody will get it.
That's right.
Not everybody will
That's
get it.
right.
And it's not your job to make sure everybody
Exactly.
gets it.
Exactly.
But I always just take it one day at a time.
One day at a time,
Yeah.
my darling. One
One
day
day
at
at
a
a
time.
time.
You know the snake is going to bite, going to snap, but just ask the Lord to prepare you for the bite.
For the bite,
Yes,
yeah.
man. That's it. Prepare me
Just
for
like
the
that.
bite. So we prepare for the the bite. The bite was hot. 2 days I was out of it, but.
Yeah.
Then the brain starts to think of other ways
In which
because
you can come back.
because pretty much Jody, you were going to be there with your nurses and you were going to be helping the kids. You were to weigh them and measure them and do all
Yeah.
those things and do our blood sugar and all those things. Because if you didn't do my blood sugar the other day, Jody, I would know that my numbers were those numbers.
Yeah. You see, that's the thing. Sometimes when we undergo stress and we don't do the follow-ups, what
Right.
happens, and I explained this in one of my classes, with diabetes and hypertension.
Tension.
These are lifestyle diseases,
Yes.
right? Chronic lifestyle diseases.
Right.
It means that there's something you're doing in your lifestyle that is affecting the change in your body.
Exactly.
Now, the easiest way I can explain how these lifestyle diseases affect your body is that your body has a buffer system, right? And many times, as I said, your doctors don't get to explain this because they have so much work to do
Right.
in the hospital. So your body has a buffer system. So say, for example, with your blood pressure, Julie, you didn't have a clue that your blood pressure was that high until I took it. What happens is there's something that happens, stress, strain, an event that happens in your life that causes your blood pressure to shoot up.
Yes.
you know what your body does? It learns to deal with that change. So for a minute, you might have a slight headache.
Yes.
For a minute, you might feel a little bit woozy. You drink some juice, you sit down, you rest, and you feel fine, and you go again. Now, what happens is that your body has buffered and allowed you to tolerate that high blood pressure, that elevation, I should say.
Right.
Then you go on, and your body start functioning with that normal high blood pressure for a period of time. Then there is a lack of rest, more stress, another event that can occur.
Yes.
And then it shoots up again, another notch without you even knowing.
Right.
And it might come on again, as I said, as a little headache, a little dizziness.
A sharp pain in the head.
Sharp pain, and then you go, oh, I need to rest, and you rest. But then your body buffers again, and it learns to tolerate that high blood pressure again. So now you've moved up two notch without even taking notice, and the third time it might be a stroke, it might be a heart attack. And that's why high blood pressure is known as the silent killer. Your glucose is similar, but is a little bit different. Sometimes the damage is due to your blood pressure being high, or it's due to some imbalances in the hormones in your body. And you have to know that if you're not constantly checking or knowing the changes in your body, like you might be getting up 2-3 times to pee at night, but you think it's because you drank a lot of water in the day and you don't pay attention to it. The smell changes. There are little changes that we might not pay attention to until it gets out of hand. You find yourself blocking out, sweaty, losing weight rapidly, and then by the time you go to the doctor, you're saying, but how come I don't have sugar? Nobody in my family has it. How did I end up with it? It's just the lifestyle choices that we've decided to make. You know, people, why you don't eat after 6 in the night? It's my choice, because I know how my body responds. So you have to learn how you are going to manage yourself. And if you're not taking check on yourself, you need to start doing it now, because your health is wealth.
That's right.
It can't be the other way around. A lot of people, they work themselves to death, and then you have to spend a lot of money fixing it. That does not make sense. You have
but it should be having fun. You're spending your life saving on medical bills. My goodness. Jody, the way you're speaking with me right now, thousands of persons all over the world, all over Jamaica listening. And I want to say to our listeners and viewers, this is how she talks with everyone. I mean, I can just imagine your students, because you're very detailed. So I'm sure your students are all A students, and they're in demand.
Those who want to stick to it, they will be. They are mostly A students, but you know how it is. You have good crop, bad crop. But yes, I try to make it as simple as possible. And you should hear the one on the blood pressure. That one is dynamic. I should share that next week. On your blood pressure using pipes. I think I did. Did I explain it with Clover? I don't remember. I've done that story so many times. But explaining the complicated stuff in a simple way. It's the way we try to help persons improve their quality of life. And that's why we offer health counseling. That's why we say to you, call us. You can just have a half an hour just talking with me, and I can help you understand some of the things you never paid attention to. Right. So, you know, it's not us making diagnosis or giving you great treatment. It's just helping you to understand so that you can make better lifestyle changes.
Help me to understand what I'm going through, what I'm feeling. Yes, I went to the doctor, and doctor say, okay, you're this and that, and doctor will tell me in 2 sentences, and then, you know, his technical terms met my head, and then he's going to write me a prescription which I can't read.
Which is usually that's usually the situation.
You know, I can't read, and then the pharmacist is going to give me. I'm going to go to the pharmacy, and he's going to give me that, and then the pharmacist is just going to write on the box how many times I must take this. And then I'm going to take the medication, and then after taking it 2 days, Lord, I feel miserable. I can't go to work. I can't drive, and I have to work. And then I'm going to not take it, and then I'm going to feel okay again. And then I'm going to go to work, and then I'm not going to take it again. And then I'm not going to take it again.
Because let me tell you, when it comes to managing your health, right? We have to understand that there are some things that we can do holistically. And there's some things that you're going to have to do medically. The traditional way.
Traditional.
Because your condition would have surpassed the holistic approach to begin with. And so we have to say to you, take your medications, take them
Right.
on time, eat properly.
Yes.
We have this notion in our culture that we can take a medication one time, once we feel better, then
We just
yeah.
stop.
And then sometimes it's the reverse. We take the medication for the first time because our body has to adjust to it, their side effects. And because it's their side effects, we tell ourselves, oh, the doctor prescribed me the wrong medication because I actually feel
Feel
worse.
worse.
You have to give it the time for your body to
Yes,
adjust. It's
yes.
just like let's talk about the vaccines.
Yes.
Right. Some persons will say, I took the first shot, I felt as if I was going to die, and so I'm not going to take the next one. Your body had to adjust. It's just like any other vaccines. When you were younger, you know, you take it, you have to get some Panadols. You're giving the babies, you have to get some Panadols because it's going to affect some change in your body.
Right.
No, it's up to you whether you want to take it or not. Some persons have not taken it because of the side effects, and they're afraid of the complications.
Right.
I'm just afraid of the complications with my already
Already.
complications. Right. So it's up to every individual to decide what they want to do. But your health is wealth. Learn that. And improving your quality of life does not necessarily means that you are going to eat cardboard type food all the time, or be sticking to getting up every morning and working out 3 times a day. It does not mean that for everyone, because health is individualized, because we can both have the same conditions, be on the same medication, and respond differently.
That's right. That's right.
So, get the right advice. It's okay to call us to ask. I'm not sure what to do in this situation. Can I
Right.
come and sit and talk to you just to find out what's happening with me and what step I can take next?
Okay. Tell our listeners who are joining us for the very first time about Gentle Touch of Care, home health care services, and the different features, the different offerings in your.
All right. So for those of you listening for the
the very
first
first
time on a
time.
Monday morning, I'm Jody Marie, your GT nurse, and GT nurse is Gentle Touch nurse. Just
Okay.
letting you all know. At a Gentle Touch of Care Home Health Services, we offer a number of services. We have our assisted living facility, which offers care to the elderly in a home-like setting. We make it as comfortable as possible for your loved one to be in a facility with 24-hour service of a nurse. We provide them with 3 meals a day. We do wonderful activities, take them for walks on the beach, let them dance and enjoy themselves almost as if they're living their life all over again,
Oh,
even
my.
if they might forget tomorrow morning, like many of our other residents.
Yes. Yes.
And then we have our home health care service, where we go into clients' home and we care for them in their homes. We offer this service in St. James, Trelawney, and St. Anne, as long as it is not far in the bush. And our nurses are trained and certified to deal with a number of different situations. So we usually do an assessment first to see the needs of our clients, and then we place our nurses based on these needs. We're very affordable, I must put that out there. Instead of having to have your relatives, suffer through something, or have persons who are not trained to deal with them. We offer a wide range of services where it turns things like diabetes management, dealing with persons with chronic diseases, memory disorders such as dementia, Alzheimer's. We also now have a reflexologist on our team that can help you to deal in a holistic way with some pains or discomforts that you might be dealing with. You can call us at 876-409-8543 or 876-789-5558, or WhatsApp us. We're also on Facebook and Instagram, Gentle Touch of Care, or Gentle Touch of Care Home Services. You can always look us up. We have a training institute, which is what I'm pushing this morning, because we have one more week of registration before we close off registration for September. And this is in allied health, practical nursing. We have home health aid training as well. One's 9 months, one's 3 months. You can contact us and register as soon as possible before all the slots are full.
Okay.
Mouthful.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. You know something? Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jody Marie from A Gentle Touch of Care Home Health Services for being here with us this Monday morning. I do look forward next week. We're praying that Clover's challenge will be fixed.
Oh yeah, we have Clover. Clover, we miss you. Where are you, Clover? We have a Monday morning jam.
Yes. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jody Marie, for coming by. And again, listeners, you can always contact A Gentle Touch of Care Home Health Services. Get all the information about the Training Institute, the different healthcare services that are offered. You can just call them. You can call them right now at 876-409-8543. All right?
Yes.
That's it? All right. So, Jody, you have a great rest of the day.
Thank you.
Be safe.
Julia.
All right. And may God bless you. May
All
God
right,
bless you.
God bless you too.
God
Wonderful
you.
being here again.
Wonderful having you here, my dear.
At A Gentle Touch of Care Home Health Services, Duncan Strelani, we believe in person-centered care. We take pride in improving the health and quality of life of